Some of you know last week I went to Virginia to visit my stepfather and family, and it was a great visit, and he's doing well, and I appreciate your prayers for him. And when I got back late Tuesday night, I'd spent 8 hours on the journey driving home. Couldn't find a convenient parking spot, believe it or not, with a little smart car. But anyway, I ended up parking in a place I don't usually park, right in between a few cars. It was a whole street full of cars, and I found a real small spot and pulled in. And then when I walked away, I knew it wasn't in a bus zone, a public bus zone. It wasn't on the wrong day of the week, and yet something in me was nagging at me. I even asked the two police officers on the sidewalk. I said, "Is it all right to park over there?" And, they talked to me, and I went over. I double-checked. It was dark out. It's not a public bus zone. It's not a wrong day of the week. And then I just left and went home. The next 2 days, I kept feeling like I want to move the car closer. But my conscious mind was like, why? You don't need to. You don't need the car till Sunday. Yesterday, I thought, I'm going to get my keys, and when I go to the gym on the way back, I'm going to move the car, make it convenient, so in the morning on Sunday, I can just get out and get my car and go. I walk up the block, there's no car. I thought, did I walk far enough? So I walked down the block again. There's no car. Oh, my goodness, there's no car. Could it have been stolen? Nobody's going to want a smart car right up here on this main street. So then I started to examine where I thought the car was, which was about, there was several cars parked there. And I saw, oh, no, there's a yellow curb about 50 feet long. And there was a sign, school bus zone. All those cars that I parked amidst probably moved their car the very next morning before school was in session. Another lesson about parking in New York City for Reverend Epstein, who is one of the sponsors of New York City's traffic financial office. Now, here's the good thing. Whenever a challenge happens, I feel we always have an opportunity to choose how we're going to respond to it, right? And I remained calm, and I began to search for thoughts to keep myself calm and not aggravated. Because one of the thoughts was, well, it was great about the movie yesterday, but why this? Merry Christmas, Reverend Epstein. You get a $500 towing ticket or whatever it's going to be. I have no idea. And I still don't know where the car is, actually. I was busy working on preparing for today and so on. I've got a note on my desk which says, "Find your car when I get home." But as I was walking down the street, I thought to myself, okay, it's an expensive lesson in learning to listen to my intuition. Because my conscious mind was saying one thing and my heart was saying, why don't you move the car? 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 Move the car! And the car got moved. And I'm sure I will find it. But what helped me was to think, okay, it's an expensive lesson in listening to your intuition. And, hey, you got a story you can tell people.